So the track.
Hold on.
Oh, sorry.
Hold on. He's gonna answer it, but let him finish what he started.
Yeah.
And then we're gonna deal with the traffic situation, okay?
Okay.
Okay, now, of course, as we just established that we are against it, right? Now, knowing the conflict that we have, and I know he said, I heard a few times where they indicated that, well, speaking to the community and so on, and, all of us here are all homeowners, and nobody has approached us.
I've been here twice.
Okay,
Personally.
right, but we haven't spoken, cause I don't come here.
Oh, well,
right?
I've been here twice,
Right,
and he didn't come.
but I'm a property owner
We've been here
on the
one
lake.
time.
No, twice. I came back 5 years
Okay.
ago and a year ago.
So, just a moment, so,
One time.
I am a property owner on the lake, and several, members here as well. We're all stakeholders on the lake, right? And even though, as saying now, nobody came to us previously, so some of the kickback is because we weren't approached previously about the situation. So now that this has been going on for some years, of course, you guys came in 2019, we tried to do it, we rejected, we've been fighting it for some time. Knowing that we are against it, why do you pursue to continue with the project?
Because it's like you have your property, you have your house, and I come tell you what you can't do on it.
Well, this is what.
If you wanna add an addition, who am I to come tell you? You can make it nice as your neighbor, not to affect your neighbor or anything. How about if your house is here, and you decide to take up big walls because for your security, and it affects Mr. Johnson's view? That's exactly what you're telling me.
And I'm
No, but
glad you
that's-
said that, I'm glad you said that, because, like you said, you know, my property, you can't tell me what to do with it, but it's, at the same time, as you requesting for rezoning, is looking for a
But here's the
change
thing,
in
but
order
here's
to
the
be
thing,
able to do
is
what
that,
you want
here's,
with
yeah.
property.
But here's the thing,
protection.
is that you, after meeting with, coming here and meeting with so many people, you actually told me what to do with my property. And I came, and I did what, the minimum I can do. This property is zoned for 750 units. It's
Okay,
zoned.
that's-
Yes, you guys can
that's
collaborate,
the
I have a
number.
paper from the zoning department, 750 units.
That's only if you get the rezoning passed.
Yeah, of course.
But it's not presently
No,
zoned for that.
It's not approved.
now it's zoned for one unit per 5 acres.
So make sure you say
Right.
that.
No, I'm telling you, you can go for a maximum of 750.
That's the number.
I went for not even a 7. I went for 249, as everyone knows, but that was too much for the neighborhood, and I came back. 100 is the minimum for me to break even on this project and do something nice.
Now, with this, again, have you, because you've been receiving that resistance, have you considered probably selling the property back to the county, or perhaps even, doing an exchange, swapping for another piece of, territory, so
Listen.
that you can allow the lake to continue being?
Have you went to the county and proposed that? No, if the county.
Well, we can go with you.
If the county, that's a hypothetical question.
It's not necessarily, and I'm gonna tell you why. Because under the Environmentally Endangered Lands Act, they have an ill program downtown in the county. If the developer is open to selling that property to Miami-Dade County, they will entertain you in buying that
This
property
isn't
from you.
endangered.
But I'm just letting you
I know.
know that it is available, okay?
Listen, of course, but if Durham told me no, and I was fighting it, then that's a different story. Then of course I would walk you there.
It's the recommendation that
The
they approve.
recommendation
But what we're
approves.
saying is that it's the recommendation, but the zoning has not been changed. It has not been zoned for that
No,
yet.
but this isn't endangered.
But listen, it's the program that will buy that property from you. That lake, the species of animals that live there. And like you said, when you fill the lake, the water spreads out, right? Correct? It disperses, right?
Not goes high.
Right, but you said not high, but it goes out, correct, on the ground. So then what does that mean for the neighbors that are along that lake, that it's going to go into their property? But you said it doesn't, you said it's not gonna go
Mr.
down.
Anthony.
No, you have to understand.
Mr. Anthony is 600 feet away from.
I'm not sure, no, sir.
Okay.
Well, but he's.
Well,
That's
I mean,
what you're
we're
saying.
going based on numbers you use,
Yeah.
right?
I'm not sure, but he's far.
Okay, so
If you want me to make him 600 feet, with pleasure.
Wait, I'm going based on numbers you use, right? So let's not have the wordplay. So since you said estimated 600 feet, right? Now, the applied density, because Mr. Anthony's property is at around the water level. So now that is going to be an impact.
No.
Understand the process.
Guys.
But you have to stay open-minded to understand the process. When it gets dispersed underground. Miami is already at flood level.
Okay, now,
How
let
does
me tell you something.
So let me explain to you because
Wait, just a second. Let me tell you something about the lake. All right, so like I said, I'm a stakeholder, I live there.
Yeah.
So, myself, Mr. Anthony, Ms. Moore, and all the other, family and members here, we've had rain in the last couple of weeks. We've seen the variation, feet-wise, in the lake, right? So you can't tell me that the water, one thing about water, it always looks for its
It seeks its own level.
It will always level out. If the water were to go and be dispersed somewhere else, we wouldn't see that change in elevation in water level. So obviously, we do have that change. There is inlet. Something is happening. So you can't tell me being a person who lives there, me being a person who have visual indicators of the movement of the water, that is not going to rise.
So I'm gonna speak and yeah, I'll just try to answer the question as much as I can. I strive myself for being ethical, and I take pride in my profession, and I would never lie, especially not on the record.
So but you're not under oath. You're not under oath at the moment.
So when it rains, I'm glad everybody likes the joke. So when it rains, it's different.
We're trying to catch up.
Because
Let's jump
when
today.
it rains,
I have my question too.
so when it rains, basically it's other water coming. So you have the process of sun evaporation, cloud
You know the water
condensation,
cycle.
right? So when that rains, that's extra water. That's what you see is you see fluctuation in the water level when it's raining. When I was saying that there's not going to be extra flooding, I meant by around the roads, because one of the concerns during the hearing was that the roads around the property were going to flood.
Roads, you say?
Yes, road around the flood.
So you're not talking about the immediate property owners at the edge of the lake, are you talking
Well,
about?
those are two different things, right? So let's stay in the conversation. So I was referring to the roads. What I can tell you is adding this lake will not positively or negatively impact your property when it comes to flooding, okay? Because we're not talking about a closed, so if you had a bottle of water, if I add water or dirt to that bottle of water, it is gonna flood. But imagine it's infinity, meaning it doesn't matter how much dirt you put, it's not gonna flood. It just gets pushed out. Especially that this used to be land before. This was not always a lake. This was a quarry where they used to pour lime rock for construction, and it created a lake, obviously with rain, with groundwater table. To add to what's gonna happen to the neighbor's house, it's the same. If you dig in your backyard right now, the moment you get to the level of the lake, you're gonna find water. Everybody's sitting on water. Yes, everybody's sitting on water. That's Miami.
So I like the example you used with the bottle, because if we were to go as far as to understand the science behind density and volume, if you were to have a bottle and you had add more water, the level would rise,
Because it's closed.
right? If you were to add sand, the level would rise. Okay, you're talking about having how many, a square yardage of soil added to the property?
Cubic yards.
Cubic yard?
I don't know from the top of my head.
You don't? Why can't you, those are questions that you should be answering.
I forgot.
I can be.
I can calculate it
What's
right
the
now.
estimate? You've done it a couple of
I
times.
think it was around 8,000 cubic yards.
What's the depth of the lake, please? Do you know?
We're
It varies all over,
between
from
10 and
flat.
15.
Give us,
Estimated between 10 and 15.
in that particular majority portion, do you know what
How many
the,
square feet do we have here? How many
no,
acres?
I'm saying at the depth at that location.
The lowest point we saw over here was like 10 feet, and here like 5 feet. You can see here it's like practically 0, like 2 feet. So it goes from like 2 feet to 10 feet.
Okay.
Over here you can see that it's like. not
So,
much.
yeah, going back to the bottle example. As you said, it's a bottle. This is not a bottle. This is the word is a body of water. When you
It's a
are
contained body
It's a
of water.
bowl.
it's not,
It's a
it's a
flow
hole.
in body
So
water.
it's, let me ask you a question. If you put 20 trucks in the sea, if you put 20
That's
trucks
the
or
sea.
hundreds of trucks in the sea, in the beach, is it gonna raise the water?
Yes.
My friend, this is contained.
Because it's such a big area.
Yeah.
But we're talking about closed areas, like a body, right?
Yeah.
Exactly, because everything is interconnected. The bay is connected to the aquifers, connected to the
So
library,
that means,
connected to the lake.
so that means you're gonna be filling in.
No, I'm not gonna do
So
that.
with that being
Look,
said,
guys, I'm trying to explain
okay,
it as
hold on.
much as I can. and I'm
No,
trying
listen,
to-
listen.
You're gonna raise
wait.
the level, you're gonna have to also go above that water line.
We are going above the water line. We have to go above.
So where's the
All
water
of
line?
them.
Go ahead, go ahead.
All the
Listen.
houses are above the water
Yeah, you
line,
have
right?
But
Listen.
what's gonna happen, that water's gonna go into.
Karim, my friend.
No, it doesn't go into the homes, it goes into the aquifer.
But listen,
It's
listen,
listen,
if this was the case, all we
We're
have
gonna
to
make it,
do.
we're gonna make this
No,
happen.
no, no.
Karim.
Just
Go ahead,
let me
go
listen.
Karim.
Go ahead. Just 1 second.
Okay.
This game and 119, the project, I think it was like what, 100
Can
acres?
I plug my computer?
No, all right.
No, we don't have time for that.
Okay,
We don't have
can I
time.
pull
What
my
happened
computer?
to-
Do you guys mind?
We don't have time for that,
They're
please.
building
We are
entire
for
place.
the calculation.
It's, now they're building 20-story buildings over there. Nothing happened to the lake.
But the rezoning, was it approved?
But you're asking me about the
But-
water.
but-
We're not
but-
talking about the rezoning, I'm
but
talking about
was
the
it
water.
approved?
I know, but now we're talking about the water situation, the flooding situation. Nothing happened in that lake. Why do you think in this lake something would
Was it
happen?
approved?
The zoning over there.
So we're
Okay, so
trying
we're
to.
in-
They
Go
did,
ahead,
they
go ahead.
did
Mr.
Coral Gables, in Coral Gables, they filled the lake. Same thing, nothing happened.
We're not Coral Gables. Go
But
ahead, he has to stand up.
the lake in Miami is a lake in Coral Gables, it's a lake.
Listen, what we gotta do is US Geological Survey has to come and do a study to see what's really going on.
Of course, yeah.
So with that being said, make sure that the findings that you do have, South Florida Water Management is aware of it. But with
They
that
do
being
their
said,
research.
listen,
It's on the staff
no,
report.
research is going to be happening soon. But we're gonna have these questions because we do have a time limit.
No.
Yes, sir.
Okay, well, my concern is about the traffic too, but it's sad, and I thank everybody for coming out. And everybody here worked hard to get what they got, you know, and nobody's prejudiced or nothing, but to try to just bring and destroy the whole neighborhood. If you build on that lake, they're trying to open a Home Depot on 103rd and 17th.
Hopefully
Now,
not.
that's more traffic, and we only got like 2 roads. And I think that's kind of sad what they're doing. Nothing with y'all personally.
Basically, you're saying Home Depot can do a project, but not me, because that's on.
No,
No,
they're
no,
not
no.
approved
We're
yet.
not-
That's just
That's what it
hearsay.
sounds like.
No,
Well,
no,
both-
I'm
both-
I
both-
live in it. I live
Karim.
in
So I
it.
want to post Home Depot and let me.
Karim, my friend. Go ahead, Vanessa, answer please.
You know what I said.
Let me say thank you
Hi,
all.
Vanessa, thank you.
Thank you for coming, because I know this is not necessarily the friendly
No, thank you for having
environment,
us.
but this is an important issue for us. We can't change what has transpired, okay? And I don't know either of you all personally, but I do know that you're business people and you are investing in this project to make money. That's it. No.
No,
I mean,
it's
you
not.
know, and we're not gonna hold that, we're
I'm
not
not-
holding
I'm
that
not-
against
no.
anyone. Let me finish. I'm saying that to say, it's a business for you, and we get that, which is why we're more than willing to do whatever we can to help with some land swap or whatever it is that we can make happen, because we're very concerned about the lake. I mean, the lake, while you're saying it's a quarry, it's a man-made lake, we've been in the neighborhood since 1968.
Vanessa.
Let me finish. We've been in the neighborhood since 1968, so it's a lake to us. Man-made or not, that's what it has been to us. I get what you're saying. We want it to remain. And it's also hard for people to understand, if they don't understand the history, that many of the Black people in the area came to the area looking for a certain
Quality of life.
lifestyle, a certain quality of life. Looking for peace and serenity. Has the neighborhood changed? Yes, it has demographically, but the people who have been there for a number of years, regardless of ethnicity, still want that same quality of life. Same quality of life, which we can keep if there is nothing done to the lake. And again, it's important to us. I can't stress it enough. I hear what you're saying about, how you have reached out to the community. If I would have advised you to do something differently, but again, what's past is past. We've got to come to some understanding and some middle ground, something with this situation for us, because we're looking at the 17th Avenue piece. Someone mentioned the possible Home Depot. Someone also bought the Colors Apartments on 12th Avenue.
Blue Lake.
I'm telling you what the people called it, the Colors.
Okay, you on camera, Vanessa.
No, let me finish. I gotta say this.
No, of course.
I'm gonna either say it here, or I'm gonna say it
No.
at the county commission, I'm gonna say it on the computer, so let me say it. So listen, so what we see, someone bought the Blue Lake Apartments, called the Colors. We know someone bought Silver Blue Lake and changed the names of those apartments some time ago. We see things happening in the community that are investments. They're investments for people. They're people who want to make money. That's how the world moves, making money. We don't have any problem with that. But it's bothersome, and I'm gonna just keep it 100, when it seems like our community can just be bought. We could just
Do what you
give
want.
Central $5,000, give DC's program whatever, give whatever. We're not those kind of people. We're really not. We could have handled this whole situation differently if we would have just talked. Like not talking to the typical neighborhood people that somebody probably referred to you all to help you get your project through, because that's what you're trying to do. But there are people who
But Vanessa,
don't
I
live
came
out.
here, you
But
guys kicked me out.
let me finish. And you gotta respect us, because right now, it doesn't seem very respectful. I'm just keeping it real.
I'm sorry.
Okay? You gotta come to the people and talk to the people. And not necessarily go to people who are gonna just help you get your project across. Because when we look at the island, I knew the 750 number. It went from 750 to 249 to 100. And I'm saying to myself, how is he making money? How is he going to make money dropping all of those units? It doesn't make sense. And so, honestly, it makes us not trust what you're saying. Again, I'm keeping it real because that's me. And we want to make sure that we are keeping it real with each other.
No, of course.
So, let's just be open and honest about what is happening here. You need to make money. You're a businessman, right? And we want to help you. We want to help you do that since you made that investment. But we have a lot of questions about the traffic. Wait a minute. The traffic that you're saying is not going to be impacted now because it's only 100 units. It's 100 units now, but 5 years from now, maybe it's going to be 500 units.
No,
I don't
we
know.
have covenants that
Let me finish.
we're putting in.
Let me finish. Just make some notes and come back. Because we have dealt with covenants in our neighborhood that were broken, okay? So covenant doesn't mean what you think it means. So we're concerned about how you're gonna build that little causeway over to the island. Are you gonna have another way out closer to the 111th Street side? We heard you talk about the Boys and Girls Club, which we understand there were some things in the works anyway for that. It's like, what's really going on? And then the issue with money and people telling us we shouldn't be fighting it because it's gonna get passed anyway. And I'm saying, if it's such a slam dunk, then why are people trying so hard? Why are they going to certain people saying, here, take this money, or you're gonna get this money? We can't do that, Karim.
First of all, Vanessa, our intention is nothing about this money situation that everyone's been claiming. We've been very transparent day one in front of the board that we want to help the community. We want to do programs. We're doing the Boys and Girls Club. Any legitimate program in the community that you recommend to me, I'll personally do it. Because I don't want to be the big bad developer like they say, coming in through. But do not take my kindness as a bad thing. That's what everyone's switching is. I'm a very nice guy. I don't want to be walking in and be watching my back while I'm developing. I want to be loved.
Okay, but
it's not-
it doesn't
but
come
you-
across that way. I'm just being
Well,
honest.
let me just finish.
It doesn't
finish.
come across that way, but I gotta make one more point, and then you can jump in. And then, since this has been going on for such a long time, what changed so that now, all of a sudden, it seems like it's going to be recommended by the commissioners, which is what we're hearing.
Not me, I don't understand. I've been here personally for, now for 4 or 5 years. Why is the first time we actually call meet and sit down to have an honest meeting? This is the first time. Last time I came, you guys practically kicked me out, running. I do understand some of the people. I do understand that some of the people that I've worked with are not very in this community. I think I'm part of this community now. I understand that you guys, and you
It's
can
not
see
like,
today.
it's trust. It's trust.
Today I came just with my
Correct.
technical guy, with no attorneys, with no one else, just to be a very trustworthy. I hope you guys can see that.
We appreciate that, Karim, but what what's not getting us to pass go is the infilling of the lake. You call it a rock pit, but this has been there for 50 years or so. It has an intrinsic value to the community. It's important to the quality of life. It works with a series of lakes that were planned developments within this area.
No, that's not true.
No, it is true because I can see it. I can see what's evident. I don't have my. I will show you. Damn it! Listen. What I'm saying is that it is part of a series of lakes. It links with Lake Patal on 95th Street. It comes to Lake Franjucora along 12th Avenue. It comes from 12th Avenue along the. I'm saying from a planning perspective. See, you see a lot of people come in and just like that other developer wants you to look at that specific site, but you have to look at context. Just like those people over there that filled in that golf course, which was a green space, and put in warehouses. It's akin, just like this, to I-95 going through Overtown. Okay, to us, emotionally. How would you feel about that in your community? And you brought up an analogy of a person, say Anthony's neighbor, that wants to put up an addition. They have to go through zoning as well. If they want to put up a wall, they have to go through zoning for an approval and those types of process, just like you. You own the land at the bottom of the lake. You do not own the lake. Yes. And you do not own the lake. You do not own the lake. You own the land at the bottom of the lake and you're asking to fill it in. And that's an offense to this area, and that's why we don't have a problem.
Let's keep the tone.
I'm sorry. Okay, thank you.
Okay.
Okay.
That's my only stuff you said. Nobody gonna pay attention to it. Don't do that. Don't do that. Don't do
One
that.
question here, and
Anthony?
we're going to take a couple more questions.
Get him. No, I'm serious. You gotta.
Saying, or even our passion.
No, not at all.
Because we have a right. We have a right. Number one, the zoning laws give the community the right to approve or disapprove a development. So we are within our rights. Whatever we're saying, we are within our rights. And the other reason, and I'm just saying that I really do not, this is not personal against you. This is why I don't want you to get offended. It's not personal against you.
Right.
And we also have a right because this is our home. This is our home that we're living in. I mean, we don't.
Our community.
Harlan, be quiet. Don't say nothing.
And her gray hair in her hair. The gray hair is here because we're senior citizens. This is, most of us, this is all that we own.
I
So
understand.
this is why there's a passion.
I understand.
This is all.
And
this
me
is
too, I'm
all-
very passionate about this.
And we have, most African Americans, other communities, when they get old and they want to downsize, they go and move in a condo in Aventura or Miami Beach. Black people don't do that. We stay in our homes until we die because we don't have any other place to go. So I want you to understand the passion that we have. It's not personal. I want you to understand that this is a home that we've worked hard for. Some of us have worked 2 jobs to pay for these homes. And the lake is in the back of my home.
I totally understand, but
And
then
the
again,
bank, excuse me.
I feel like no one's actually giving me credit.
No,
Because me too, I'm
but-
very passionate about this project, and I took
Excuse me, sir.
everyone in
But
consideration.
sir, that's because it's not personal. See, I don't want you to.
But, no, it's not personal, but give me some credit.
No, I don't want you to take it personal. You know, in business, we can't take.
That's right.
We can't take business personal.
It's
I'm a
always
business person.
It's not personal.
I'm a business person. I can't take business personal.
Right.
I can't take what my clients say to me personal. 'Cause
Right.
I have to focus on the business.
Right.
I have to focus on the business. So
Right.
so hopefully you take it that way.
No, that's
So
fine.
let me go back to me. Let me go back to me. And the rest of us that live on the lake.
Where do you live? I'm sorry, I never got the.
10910
10910,
Northwest 12th Court.
so here.
Yeah, I am right
So,
on the lake.
I'm not bothering your view at all.
No,
That's
So we're on
not-
the same page.
No, but you are.
No, no.
See, sir,
No,
because-
if I am, I'll bring my projects back.
Excuse me,
I
yeah.
guarantee.
Because you have not, and I have to tell you, I think your first mistake was not meeting with us before you brought it up.
I can't.
No, you didn't.
We-
That was my, that's a mistake.
This is your first time, correct, and
Let
forgive.
them finish.
Yeah.
Let her finish.
Because what you're doing is impacting my life and all of the other 34 families on the lake and their children and future. So I just want you to understand our passion. Our future, a generation around our future, our children's future, our grandchildren. That's what you're doing. And that's why we're passionate. To you, it's business, but it's not business to us. It's our livelihood. It's our, what's the word you use?
Quality of life.
Our quality of life. I mean, the lake is our life. My husband, on that lake, all the birds is followed, the birds and the fish and the ducks on that lake. I mean, they're there, and the cranes from the lake. Excuse me. So I want you. That's why number one, I want you to understand that it's not personal. It's our lives. And I think your first mistake, because I'm a real estate investor too. Your first mistake, I think you did not do your homework, is that we would have appreciated if you would have come to us and say, this is what we're, and then you would have gotten the feedback. You would have known before you bought that property that, hey, this is a difficult, these people are gonna give me a hard time, so I don't think maybe I should not go there, do that deal. Because the neighbors, because the zoning board give us the right to reject or approve. That's within our rights. And the other thing too, sir, as Harlan said, that if I wanted to legally build an addition on my property, I can't just do it. I can't just legally do it because it's mine.
Oh, but if the zoning lets you.
Because
The zoning lets you.
No.
No, I can't. No, I have to go through zoning. And my neighbors get a letter asking for them to come to the approve or disapprove the zoning of my addition. So no, we cannot do anything that we want to do just because the property belongs to me. And the other point I want to bring out, this is my last point I would like to bring out.
Unless you don't have the right.
As someone said, you own the ground beneath your property. When you own the ground, you can do whatever you want to do with that ground. You can do whatever you want to do with that ground. But that lake, we own, the people on the lake, we own a certain amount. It's going, a certain amount of that lake. We own a certain amount, we own the lake. We own a certain, so when you are, the lake is a moving body of water. You look up the dictionary. It's not, it's not just a standstill, it's a moving body of water. So when you do something with the water above your property, you are impacting my property rights. And the government says that I have property rights, and the part of that lake is my property rights. The government says that I have a right to enjoy the government gives me that right to enjoy my property. And that lake is my property. So anything that you do on that lake, you are impacting my enjoyment. You're impacting my property. So this is why we are passionate about it. And I can sit in my Florida room and I look over at the part of the lake where you're going to build a bridge. I can see it. I can see that where you want to build a bridge. So you are impacting me and everybody else on that lake. And so, as I said, we're on the lake, and so you are impacting us, and we cannot enjoy our lives with that lake, with those apartments that you're building there, and that bridge that you're building there, so that you understand where we're coming from.
Hold on, we had questions here, Moa. You go, last one, hold on. She had her hand up. Nico, go ahead. Go ahead, sir.
Okay, so,
Please be brief.
all right, so, just,
It's-
your home,
it's time to go.
yes? And as a homeowner, you purchased a home and you want it, right?
Well, yeah.
Right, okay, and so you selected that home. And obviously, it's to your liking, to your pleasing, you got a good place for your family, all right? That's why I have to disagree a little bit with my friend here, because it's business and it is personal. See, for you, it's business, for us, it's personal. If it was your home, should you live on the lake, it would be a different perspective. Do you have a lake behind your house?
No.
No. Do you have a lake behind your house? But you fill in lakes. So, if you move with a lake behind your house, man, it's amazing, I'm trying to tell you. You would not know what you were lost because you never had it, right? We know the little slice of gold we have because we're living it. We appreciate it. We understand it as a business, like, we understand it's a business for you, but understand it is personal for us. So the decisions that you make and the things that you create, you don't have to deal with the ripple effect of what comes after that. See, once your construction is done, you're paid, you move on, regardless of the fact you're living in that home that you purchased, right? You continue living there. But whatever element comes, whatever happens in that area from the construction, the ripple effect from that, we have to deal with for the rest of our life. Because as she stated, and the rest of us, we own that property. That is our home. We're not going anywhere. So now we have to deal with that. We have to see, so whether it is profitable, whether you continue to have it or you allow it to break down the shafts within 10 years after construction, we're the ones who have to see either the obstruction or the ridicule that stands before us.
So
It's
I'd like
not
to ask you a
something
question.
that you would have to encounter. Yes, sir.
I would like to ask you a question. So how many houses are there around the lake?
Around the house?
Yeah,
On the lake?
I'd say plus or minus. You guys probably know, right?
Oh, no, you guys did a survey, right?
It's not even just the houses, you got the real units as well.
Did you all go house to house when you were?
No.
You did? You did?
No, not me. I
Okay,
design.
I live on the house, I live on the lake.
Okay, so
nobody came to my house.
It's a question. I'm asking a normal question. You guys from the community. Would you say how many houses are we talking about? 30, 34, 100? What are we talking
Can't
about?
say, the bird's eye view, and I can see
Around 34 families? Okay, so you guys are only talking about the impacts of the lake filling, which, by the way, I understand.
Correction.
You might see.
We're talking emotional impact.
The impact of the street.
Guys, I didn't interrupt anybody.
The traffic.
No, we just want to clarify your statement, because
Because
you're getting ready to go in.
Just
I just want
listen.
to go on record, because you said, we're just talking about the impact on the lake, no, we're talking about the impact on the lake and traffic as well. Now, we're just addressing the lake at this
Well,
moment.
please,
So,
I didn't
continue.
interrupt you, and I really, as she said, the passion, I understand all of that. I totally understand all of that, and that's one of the main reasons that we are here. When we started this process, we did not have the experience that we have now. So that's why some of the things that we've done before, I would say some of the things we haven't done before. And it's been a learning process for us. And we got to meet the community through this whole process. And actually, I recognize a lot of faces from the hearing. And I don't want you guys to think that, we come from Morocco, okay? And we see what ignoring a community could do to people. And it's not something that we want to do. It's not, we're not here to come make a buck and impact your lives. That's not what we strive for.
But you've done it.
Yeah, but that's not what we serve. Okay? So, please, we're having a respectful
Go ahead.
conversation, we don't interrupt each
Sir,
other, so
continue,
let's.
please.
Go ahead.
So that's not what we're striving for. So my question to you guys, I understand, and as Kareem said several times, we're trying to concentrate everything here because all the residences are here. So when you're in your backyard, you get to still see the lake. That's point A. Second, we're only talking about the houses around the lake. A community is not constituted with just houses around the lake. The community is a lot of other houses that are outside here. It's the Boys and Clubs Club. It's so many things that we're trying to bring into the community to balance the impact and if not try to improve it. So we're doing a park, we're doing improvements to here. So a lot of, there is impact to 34 families, I understand, but there's also so many positive things to the community. There's gonna be a park for people to play. We're putting parks, we're putting so many positive things. It is true, it's accurate, it's accurate.
Time.
So we're having a conversation. No, I'm sorry, they spoke more than I.
That's what I'm
So I'm trying to clarify, right? So there isn't just a negative thing here. There is so many positive things, and yet everybody's just bound to talk about the negative. We are trying to answer the concerns, but
Excuse me.
Hold on, ma'am, hold on, ma'am. Hold on,
yes,
ma'am,
yes.
ma'am.
You say there
Hold
is.
on. Are you done with yours?
No, not yet.
Okay, let him finish.
Okay. So we're bringing a lot of positive things to the community. So I want to clarify that. I don't want it to be shown and put on the record that we're here to ruin a community or drive down the prices of your homes. That's not what we're doing. If you actually look at the home values in Miami and in the US in general, when you build parks around the community, the value of the house increases and not decreases. Second, okay, that's a difference of opinion.
Hold on. Is that your question? That's your statement?
Well,
Okay,
Go
so
ahead,
that's,
let it go.
so this is a productive conversation. We could work with things that everybody can get something positive from this experience. So that's why we're here. That's why we're only doing 100 units. That's why we're doing a lot of green spaces.
That's why we're only doing.
The other thing is,
It's not 1 bedroom.
yeah, the other thing I want to clarify is that for the traffic, we know that 17th Avenue is clustered, okay? So when you're exiting the property, you have to make a right and go around to get to 17th Avenue where there is a red light that's timed to put people into 17th Avenue. So yeah, there is a minor impact to the traffic, but it's not a direct impact to 17th Avenue. And we did the traffic study and the county approved it because they saw that the impact wasn't. If they saw that the impact was significant, they would make us put a signalization in here, which they have.
one last question.
Yes.
You said that your intentions to build renters or to come to our community is to help us as community. Let me ask you something.
Oh, we're trying to make money.
Do you,
Yes.
do you think like building new apartments, renting for more than 2,500, not speaking as a homeowner, I'm just speaking to the entire community. We have a Black community. We, compared to other districts, we are a low income community.
Of course.
Do you think that you can help the Black community starting maybe
There was an article that came out today.
2,500
There was-
rental for a 2-bedroom,
There was an
something
article
like
that came out today, and I don't know if everyone saw it. We're only doing 4 bedrooms, no 1 bedrooms, no 2 bedrooms, so
Well,
2,500.
It's gonna be more for 4.
No, if it's 2,500 for 4 bedrooms, in today's
Do you
market,
think
I
the
think
black
that's.
community can afford
No.
that?
How much is
Well,
rent,
this-
how much is Section 8? Even though we're not doing Section 8, how much is Section 8 going for a 4-bedroom right now? Anyone know?
We know we can't afford it.
I know I'm gonna be under Section 8, I think Section 8
We can't
overpays,
afford it.
yeah, I agree with you, I think Section 8
Yeah, because
overpays.
Section 8,
Section 8 pays 2-bedroom, 2,500, I don't even understand how
And
people
so
can.
your 4-bedroom
I know-
is gonna be $5,000?
No, I know that, I know no one in the community can afford $5,000 or even $3,000. I said that today personally in an article. I'm not crazy and my numbers are very conservative.
Guys, let's put it this way, we put an apartment, $5,000, it's gonna stay there, empty.
Yeah. What's
So
our
what's,
benefits?
where's the business there, right?
Well, let me just wait a minute, to speak to that, when I, you know, and I'm gonna get to that, and forgive my outbursts, my Moroccan
No
brothers.
worries.
Okay.
No
Now,
worries.
let me say this. When I saw this, it was advertised in the South Florida Business Journal. Okay. This community, far and large, it wasn't in the Miami Times. It wasn't in the South Florida Times or any other, it was in the South Florida Business Journal. And it marketed to folks that lived elsewhere, and it talked about accessibility to I-95, which had accessibility to the Aventura Mall and also the downtown. So we're talking about a gentrification issue, which that suggests. So I'm just saying the article suggested that, because I saw it, but again, it's not in any local publications. Okay, so let's get that out of the way.
Can I just say one thing? Just
But
two
that's something we have to
seconds.
do.
I'm willing to put in writing that this association can have first right refusal.
No, wait,
For
see,
this
but
community, for this project.
Karim, my Moroccan brother.
No, if that's gonna be
My
an
Moroccan,
issue.
no, the issue is from 2018 was the landfill before even any buildings were even proposed that you said, even though I saw something that says the 750 units that we talked about back in
Yeah, I said it
2008,
earlier.
back in 2018, okay? And I don't know if that was you at the podium. Were you at the podium in 2018 at the zoning board?
I wish I could.
Somebody
remember
that looked a lot like you, that was speaking on behalf of this particular project.
Oh, no, that was our.
But regardless of that,
You
it is,
compare me to an attorney that's-
listen, don't waste my time.
I-
Don't waste
that
the
I
time.
take personally. That I take personally.
Don't, listen, don't waste the time.
I know, we're not joking.
Reclaiming my time. Now, the game, what threw it out of the window was the infilling of the lake. I don't care what you put on it. You don't need to kill a lake for housing. There's other potential for development of housing other places. Let us work with you to help you move this project to another location, end of story. Keep that in mind. We love you, my Moroccan brothers, okay? And we want to work with you, we want you to make money, but we don't want you killing our community for this particular type of initiative.
Wait, no,
Ma'am, hold on.
I just wanted to say something here in regards and respect to everybody that owns a house on this lake. It's not only about the people who own houses on the lake. I went to Vanny Blanton Elementary School, and on the way to school every morning, without her knowledge, we stuck off to the lake.
Exactly.
The lake is
Part of the community's
historical.
history.
This is not only about the homeowners, it's history.
Yeah.
Right.
In Coral Gables, they have properties designated that says nobody can do anything for this because all those folks who stole the land or bought it cheap from African Americans back in those days have now deemed them historical sites, so nobody can do anything about it. This should be a historical site because it's been in our communities. She raised her children, I'm sure I went to school with your children, and all of our kids who died in that lake, all of our kids got,
Liability to me right
all, no they're not.
Of course, if
No, they're not,
something
because
happens.
you were not
No, but I'm
even
saying
in the
as
state
of
for
today,
that.
if something happens to someone on the lake, it's my responsibility.
No, that's not what I'm talking about.
As of today.
No, because
That's not
you're
what I'm
on
talking
the,
about.
you're
I'm
the
talking
land at the
about
bottom
the
of the lake.
historical impact on the lake.
You on the bottom.
I'm saying to you, the little kids who cut their foot at age 5 years old, sneaking over to the lake, that's history. It's not only about property and buying a purchase to improve your bank accounts or the view or any of those things. There's so much more than that.
You don't
It's
think
so much
the,
more
you
than
don't
that.
think the community can benefit with all the new amenities of the new?
But they already, wait,
You were a child, you used to go there.
I would say to you, go over there,
I've been there.
no, go
But
down to
Karim,
US one, go down to US one where Vizcaya is, and all of those houses that are over there, where they can't build certain things because they're historical, and give us that same respect. That's all I'm simply saying. Find someplace else to take your project.
Not, hold on.
Those used to be.
Hold on. Mr. Rico, okay, young lady?
Okay, so I see the dropping, bridge that you have right there by, those apartments down 17th Avenue. How do you propose that bridge be there with that apartment and those homes right there already?
So they're okay with they're okay supporting the projects because these two owners, they know the project are gonna gain value with the projects like this. And they're actually just about money.
Okay, so this is 17.
Yeah, this is one owner, this is one owner.
Okay, so 17 here.
Yeah. This is
There are
17.
houses right here, 1, 2.
No, those are ours.
You
They're-
own both
they're-
those houses next door.
One and the piece of land, yeah.
so you're working are you working with, Mr. Alfike?
Yes, he spoke on our.
So I'm just saying, you're working with him because from what we see in the county records, he owns the property.
Yeah, he's on the team, of course.
He's on your team.
He's in our company.
Oh, really?
Yeah, of course.
See, there you go.
One last.
There you go. See, no, but see, you know what, and that's.
I know that was
That was
a
more
debate.
deception, that was more deception.
No, that was always something that was gonna happen. Hold on, man.
When we go to Key West, we generally have one way in and one way out. If somebody hits the bridge in Key West, or if they decide to blow it up for a movie or for whatever reason, that bridge, and it's destroyed, how do people get in and out, and what chaos does that present?
It's not a
And
bridge.
what challenge does it present? Whether it's a bridge or a highway or whatever it is, I'm seeing that there's one way in. If something major happens to that one way in, what happens then?
So obviously, if this goes through, we will make the investment, and I understand your concern, but
Speak to the audience, please.
if this goes through, obviously, we are planning to purchase another property to make another way out.
So another property would just.
So
be for that purpose.
that's more
Yes.
impact to the community,
Yes.
more impact to the
So at this
community,
point, you know,
okay.
I just, yeah.
This is Karim, my friend. Come on, my friend. Come on now, you know this is not right.
And that was another concern, the bridge. I mean, honestly, I cannot fathom that somebody would want to take a lake and build apartments in the lake and put an island with a bridge in somebody's
friend.
backyard.
You know, right now in the world, they're building islands. They're filling up in the ocean.
In the ocean,
And making it.
in the ocean,
Yeah, in Dubai.
in the ocean, not a lake.
The sea.
I am not finished. I sold a lot of properties in Williams Island, which they built an island. They built an island, but guess what? It was not on single family homes backyard. There were condos. It was not in a people's single family home backyard where they built an island.
That's why, like I told you, Credit Institute, that's why I stayed as far away as possible. From anyone's view.
Sir, I can look at my backyard and see where you but that's not why I want to, the statement I want to make. The statement I want to make is that just the noise. You're talking about those 34 houses, those 34 families. We will be impacted by the noise 24/7 on that bridge. We can hear. I'm sorry, sir. We live in the neighborhood, so you really have to
But you've never lived on next to a lake bridge.
Sir, you really have. I really wish that we respect. I really wish that we respect the homeowners who live there. Not the people on 67th Street and 79th Street, but the ones who live there.
What do you recommend I do?
Excuse me, sir.
We recommended that we help you leave.
What I want you to know,
recommended it.
that I live on 12th Court. I can hear I-95 on 7th Avenue. I can hear, see, these are things that you need to know. These are things that you need to know when you're considering. I can hear the noise from northwest, from I-95.
You can.
On 7th Avenue, and I live on 12th Court. So can you imagine the noise going over that bridge 24/7 for those people who are living around the lake? It's going to impact us. And we're not being, as you said, I started calling you high school, because you're younger than me.
I'll take that as
But this,
compliment.
We have.
You held up a train. This is not you. We're not there yet.
Hold on.
It's not being
Please.
negative, it's not being negative. It's not
No,
being
she won't.
negative, we're giving you information. That's what we're doing, we're giving you information.
Karim, this is serenity to us. This lake is one of the larger lakes within this area, the largest within this area. When we talk about native ground lakes, we go from Lake Fatale on 95th Street, Lake Franklin Cora, Silver Blue Lake, we have Lake Carmel that we're trying to protect as well, and we also have Lake Henry, Arcola. All of these lakes were amenities to people that were not a part of this demographic that you see right now. And all of it had a balance. It balanced with the location of North Shore Hospital, Miami Central, Miami-Dade, Van Glen. There was a quality of life that we're talking about, and we don't need to dance over it, because we started, Ms. Moore here, Rosa Moore, she talked about the quality of life issues, those passions, and then we sort of dovetailed into talking about the technicalities about infill again. Don't do that. Don't do that to us. This is about serenity and us protecting our emotional and psychological health in this community, and you're killing it. You are killing this proposal. You should.
I came a long time ago.
No,
I came 5 years ago.
But we didn't.
Don't
We
blame
saw
me.
you.
I came this
But
my
we
third time here.
rejected it in 2018.
But this is not the same conversation
This
we're
is-
having today.
wait, this is the
2018.
same one.
Now you're proposing something else.
We rejected it in 2018. The judges rejected it in
2018 would have
2018.
been a different story.
What time do we have to have?
We're gonna try to wrap it up before 8 o'clock, but we're getting ready to close shortly.
Okay,
Want to
let me-
be out
I have all the time for.
I know, but they want to make sure we
Let me-
school.
Okay, please.
Let me just say something, because there's no need in us continuing this conversation for what I'm hearing. I'm hearing Karim, I believe, talk about, give him credit. I'm gonna give you credit. I don't know, like, what we're really talking about right now, but I'm just gonna say, you gotta respect people more, Karim, and you're really not doing that right now, and I don't think you recognize it. But we know our neighborhood, and we know how we feel about our neighborhood, and we do know, not that it's, I think it's the timing of everything right now, but we're under attack, whether you know it or not, and whether a lot of people in this room even know it, because we know bits and pieces. And when I say under attack, we see people who want to make money coming into our area because it's unincorporated, so we don't have the same protections
Municipality.
as a municipality would have. And we see people taking advantage. That's what we really see. And I don't know you from a can of paint. I think you're a nice guy right now, but I need to have a talk with you though.
No, of course.
On the side, I need to have a talk. Because I want
Listen,
the best for you.
I've
I want the best
only
for you.
respect for
I
you,
want the
Vanessa,
best
I
for
swear.
you, but I want you to know how you come across to people. I want you to know how you come across. And it's not just you, it's people who don't know our community, who don't know black people, right? They might know some black people, but they don't really know black people, because we quite frankly think that once the demographics of the area changed and most of the white people moved out, people come in, you don't have to respond to it, but I'm just gonna, like I said, keep it 100. People see a bunch of black people, they hear about our area, and the most they hear about is Silver Blue Lake. They hear about King Carter getting killed, going to the store, and they don't know the people who really live in the community.
The character.
Us.
The character of
It's
the community.
us, the people who are going to fight you. I'm gonna love you, but I'm gonna fight you to the end, legally, about this. I'm gonna call on all the ancestors, just so you know, about this situation, because my parents worked hard for the property that we have now, and we are across from the lake. So we see this as being precedence for other lakes in our
To be
community
filled,
coming under
destroyed.
attack. And I'll just say this again, as legally as possible, because I see the officers over here and everything, I'm gonna just say, we're going to fight. We're not gonna do anything illegal, but we go to the ancestors. I'm just tell you, Shango, everybody, we gonna call on it. Call on God, and everybody else.
Already.
I'm just saying, I'm just telling you this. I'm just telling you this because we get overlooked as a people. And we've been in this community, we built Miami. Okay, and people come in and think they built Miami. No.
You're
The
Overtown.
The people
Overtown.
in Key West, they built Miami. And we come in and we get disrespected. And we get disrespected by people who
Even
are
our,
supposed to
even our
represent
county
us.
commissioners,
Right.
exactly.
People who
You know what I'm
supposed to
saying.
represent us.
I'm gonna say it
And
out
so
loud.
they make it easy for investors to come in the community and just start buying property. Okay, and so, let me say this, I'm gonna be quiet, because I want you to understand our mindset. Because where we are, closer to the 95th Street side, we're under attack by the Jewish leadership school. They came in and they just built a big humongous school. I'm like, where did this come from? And it's all close to 95th Street. It messes up people's psyche. It depends on where you live. People don't even know why they get angry when they live places where they are on top of each other. They don't understand that.
We don't.
And while you're talking about building these townhomes,
No,
maybe
it's
they're
apartments.
or apartments, it's not homeownership, it's rental. So you're not building the community.
Which can be built
You're
anywhere.
not. And then you're going to have 4 times the number of people.
So if you're
probably
telling me
living-
if it was home ownership, it would be a different
No,
talk?
it wouldn't. No, let me say this.
I'm gonna say this. It would be different if you went on the lake, period.
And this is
I
this
know,
is my friend.
Like,
This is
first of all, I just want to just respond to your sister,
But
please.
I think our community was read wrong. And now this is we're the people who go out and vote and a whole bunch of other
Vanessa,
stuff.
I just want to say, first of all, I have the utmost respect for you, and I'm sorry if I offended anyone here tonight. But this is also a very passionate project for you that have been working so hard, and I wish day one we sat down instead of throwing.
5 years as opposed to 50 years.
And now you know
I'm
better.
just saying.
Now you know
And I
better.
wish, and I'm still open right now, if there's anything that I can do to give you guys control, some part of the project, or.
No, we don't.
But I'm
see-
ready, we're ready here.
But if we can help you move the project, I think most of us are.
Listen, what?
See, and
Let me just talk.
I'd like to say something.
I don't have $2 million, that's what you're asking. Because today there was an article.
That's right, the article was in the paper. Now, I know a lot of people don't know about it, but it will be nobody by tomorrow morning. Number one, I'm gonna be honest with you, I don't trust y'all. You know, I don't trust y'all because, number one, y'all been doing some things that is, how could I say it? You know, we got some people, and maybe some people in here now that got some of your money.
All I've been doing, and I say transparently,
Well, I was offered money and offer my women, offer, I'm talking.
I'm saying here on record,
Yeah.
if this association has something.
My
I can
wife
do,
was
I can.
offered $10,000, and she a correction officer,
By
she
me?
don't want no money.
Not by me.
I got the number.
Could
I
have
can
your
call to
agents.
you, and you can call and find out who it is.
Not by me. That's
Well,
nothing to do with-
who are you?
I'm the developer.
Or you the developer?
Yeah.
And it's not by you?
No.
Well, you mean you ain't got nobody working around telling them who they gonna pay off at?
What am I gonna? What?
Well,
You just
I
said
tell
it
you what,
today.
Mr. people in here, maybe y'all in here that don't know anything about it, y'all read the Miami Herald Lamar, and I'll tell you something else. the FBI might be looking at you.
It's okay, nothing, I'm very transparent.
Because something ain't right, something is not right. And my wife said she do not want to go where she used to work, and that's the jail.
It's only me and you.
And the person whoever wanna give her $10,000, me $10,000. I mean, I'm saying it now because the paper gonna tell you it tomorrow morning, you know? Now, how I'm gonna believe in you with all this stuff you gonna do in it? With the money you got, man, you ain't got to argue with us. You just take your stuff and move somewhere else.
Yeah, correct.
All you got to do is pack up your stuff and take your money. They kind of got a lot of places where you would go.
If it was a bigger company, like Lennar, if it was really.
Regardless,
Lennar, that's messed up too over there. They got some good fences up there that the termites gonna have.
I'm doing something nice, you know, I'm doing something I can be proud of, I can tell my kids, listen,
Yeah,
this
you
is what I
ain't
built.
proud, but you come and you invading our people's stuff.
Wow.
And you're not being proud about it
If
because
you met
somebody
me,
is spending out money, and I don't know who in here, but somebody in here probably done got some of the money.
Well, according to.
Allegedly, I don't know. I don't know.
According to.
Appreciate it. So you done read the article already.
It says that you want.
Okay.
We have a question.
Hey, question.
As you give a recommendation, it is so nice. You should, we are recommending to you that you should in another place instead of on that lake. Because it's very nice, it's private, you take one way in and one way out. It's like a nice community that people who wants to, be private, to live on that. So we wanted to recommend to you to take that project somewhere else.
When I came here 5 years ago, you did not have this conversation with me.
Well, we didn't meet you. We
Of
just
course I was here.
meeting
I
you.
was
We
here.
just
I'm
meeting
sorry.
you.
What? I'm sorry. Don't lie to my face. I was here 3
No.
times, 4
I'm
times.
not-
I tried to come. Mr. Dust, I came to his house like at least 10 times to knock. I left you a letter, everything. I tried my best. I tried to reach everyone. I came to you at the courthouse 3 weeks ago. You told me I'm not even talking to you. You turned your head. You walked away.
Now that was 3 years
What?
ago. We rejected
What?
5 years ago.
3 weeks ago. 3 weeks ago, if you had told me, hey Kareem, let's talk. Let's go to the county. Let's talk. A lot of could have happened.
Let's do it now because we're talking about it now.
Kareem.
Kareem.
Oh, no.
Listen.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Stay here. We're gonna wrap this up. We're gonna wrap it up shortly.
Yeah, we gotta
We
get
have
out of here.
a question here, and we're gonna start wrapping this up.
Yes. Just go ahead.
Okay, yes, now, I keep hearing about saying,
Sorry, I can't hear you.
Okay, I keep hearing you saying that, you came here about 5 years ago, about the project. But as I stated before, I live on the lake. I'm not part of this homeowner association, but I live on the lake. I wasn't approached 5 years ago. That was in 2018. I wasn't approached in 2019, 20, 21, 22, or even right now in 2023. So it's not about somebody coming to you and saying what we could have done. You never came to us to tell us when your plans were
One
to
of the
do.
few that haven't.
Right? So that's.
And that's my mistake. I owe you that.
Right, but, and we're just saying, okay, for one, you gotta own up to that.
I did. I just did.
I also heard you say, you also say that you would like to build something that that you'd be proud of and your children can see, right? Will you move back there?
Yes.
Yes, he would. That's what they plan to do.
The way I built.
I'm
That's gonna be, that's gonna be.
That's
are
not
you
gonna be
living-
anything.
So I'm sure this is not your first complex, right?
No, I've done work buildings, and I'm very proud of it.
Okay.
And my father as
Are you
well was.
living in any of the construction you build?
I live in my father's building.
But your father's
I'm
building.
saying the ones that you built.
No, my father, and I grew up from my father, and I don't cheat in my construction. I'm an honest developer, and people that know me, that built with me, and lived in my houses, they can only say good things about me.
Rentals?
No, it's not even.
Yeah. And your father, you say you live with your father in a rental property?
I live in one of my father's.
But he
built
gets-
it, but he sold it. So he sold it. So he's a developer.
Oh, so
He
you
sold it.
don't live in a rental property? So why move out?
Kareem.
What, me, I was looking to get a mortgage and pay my mortgage. Like everyone else.
So you prefer, it was beneficial to live in a single family home?
Yeah, but instead of rent, I pay mortgage.
Okay.
Mortgage now is more expensive than rent. With the interest rates at 7%, 8%.
So my question is,
Sir.
This is not.
Listen.
Hold
on, let him finish. Listen. Hey. Let him finish.
No, please, we're here.
Let him finish. No, you're not listening.
We're here to address
You're not.
concerns.
Right, so I'm trying to.
But you're trying to.
No, I'm asking questions, right? You're just a
You
landfill,
would
right?
like to live
So-
inside a rental?
Right.
If I was to build this,
Right, so what I'm saying is, living in a apartment complex was not favorable to you, right? You live in a rental.
but this isn't about me, and I don't
Wait,
get paid about
exactly,
that.
but what I'm saying is, you're not putting yourself in our shoes. You understand what I'm saying? You're not putting yourself in our shoes. You're saying it's not about you.
Yeah, correct.
Right. We've been telling you it's not about you. We've been telling you it's about us, it's not about you. You telling us you're passionate, and you can't be passionate because it's not about you. You got nothing to be passionate about.
You asked me if I do that, I said yes.
So the thing is this, you can't say that you're passionate, you don't have anything invested in this situation like we do. You've done several projects. You don't put your heart into every project. You build it and you turn away and walk away. We live here. You understand what I'm saying? We live here.
Hold on, listen, we're gonna give him a chance to respond.
Go ahead, sir.
What's your name?
Yeah, get it straight though.
We're here to try to address concerns. We're here to listen to the community. We're not here to answer questions such as, because it seems sometimes that whatever the answer is gonna be, it's not gonna satisfy you. And you go around it, and you turn it, you switch it to negative words. We're trying here to have a very honest conversation, and that's what we're trying to do.
Did I say something that was negative?
Yes,
Point it out.
you've kind of been like tackling him on his
Wait,
personal
did I say
life.
something that was negative?
Yes,
What did I say?
you're changing his words.
No, what statement did I say was negative? Because now you're changing my words. Did I make a negative statement?
We're trying to be.
I made a comparison statement, not a negative one. There's a difference.
So I'll answer for him. I've lived in a lot of rentals. Not that I own.
But I didn't ask you.
A lot of
But I didn't ask you. I asked the developer, right?
Yeah, but you.
So you really can't answer because I didn't ask you.
What I'm trying to say
Right,
is
so see, my comparison is with the developer, right? You just a whole filler, right? You just fill in the lakes, right? I'm
How
probably
can you put it as a whole filler?
Well, yeah, hey, don't worry, you
You're
get
not a whole filler.
Don't worry,
Come on, man.
the ladies like you for that. But what I'm saying,
Come on, man.
But what I'm saying is, I was addressing the developer because at the end of the day, you're not developing.
But Ornelio,
Right?
what I'm trying to say.
So it's connected to him. So you can't stand in his shoes.
No, but what I'm
Right.
trying to say
So-
is that we're taking everybody's time. We're here, let's try to make it productive.
Well,
Yes,
this
we
is
are.
productive.
Which-
And it'll be offensive if you think that it's not, but it is productive.
It is not.
You said that you have lived in a rental,
Oh, yeah,
but
several
not
times.
as a homeowner next to a rental,
In
right?
a lake, in a
Now,
lake.
no,
But
I
wait.
live in a rental.
Yes, you have
Wait,
lived
wait,
in a
wait.
apartment as I did,
You
because I
haven't
was
been
a
in our shoes.
homeowner, like, you know, like
Correct,
everyone.
ma'am.
But you and I have not lived in a rental apartment, being a homeowner next to
Well,
a
what I'm
rental.
trying to say, the reason why I'm saying let's make it productive is because when Mr.
Harlan.
when you guys spoke about ownership, we asked Harlan, would it make a difference?
No,
He said no.
What is, yeah, right.
so why are we
We
talking
go back
about
to the
it?
subject.
Yeah, well, that's true.
Let's try to discuss
That's
this
true.
argument. That
Well,
wasn't
this is,
my
but this is,
Let's
wait. On that note,
Yeah.
my friend,
Here,
my friend,
you have
my
one,
friend.
whatever. You have 1, 2, anyone else from that point? We'll
Okay.
close that out.
Okay, my friend, this is it in a nutshell. I hate Brickell Avenue, I hate the congestion, I hate the density. We like the serenity. These are the suburbs. These were considered the suburbs, okay, in the day. And we want to maintain the suburban sensibilities, and lakes are part of that. This lake is a part of our history. I attended Vandy Blank as well. I know the good fishing holes all around the edge of the lake. We swam in that lake. We recreation in that lake. Excuse me?
You shouldn't eat this fish.
I can hear you.
He said you shouldn't eat those fish.
Oh, please, it was good fish before you came.
Invite me. You should invite me and make me a fish so I can taste it, my
Okay,
friend.
no. We can get into some Moroccan delicacies.
I'll
like
bring
the
you a
place,
nice
okay?
tagine.
Yes. Okay, but the bottom line is that it was an ill project on its face when you wanted to kill the lake. Okay, you're adding density. I hate going to downtown Miami. I hate Brickell Avenue. I would hate apartments going up and then you're in your glass facade and you're looking across the street, across the way to another building and none of that kind of thing. That's what you're doing to this man right here. Anthony, who has a tremendous view of this lake, all of these people and their serenity. Before the Blue Lake Apartments, this was the community access, and we had friends that lived in Silver Blue Lake. We have that kind of history. That's why we're that passionate. And forgive me again for any kind of outburst.
No,
I didn't mean this, but it's the passion. And that's what you do, even when you investigate, like Rosa says, you investigate, you do an assessment. You did not do the assessment properly. We want to help you make money with this particular type of concept somewhere else. We want to protect them.
That's nice. All right, let me respond. Of course, I know everyone has busy schedules and everything. Can the association appoint like 2 or 3 people that I can be in contact with directly, speak on behalf of the association?
There's a couple of homeowners associations in here tonight. All right, so we'll meet with them shortly, but ma'am.
Yes,
we have
the presidents with us.
one more question. Keep it short, please.
I really don't want you all to feel that I want you to feel that you were here to gain information. And we gave you information that you can take away with you, and so that, in your decisions, hopefully considering us. We heard from you, we listened to you, and you listened to us, so it was just information. And the other thing that I would like to say, is that the lake is not only just an entertainment or a quality of life issue. It's a matter of life and death. That lake that's in the back of our house is a matter of life and death. Most of us are senior citizens. And if you would talk to a psychologist or a neurologist, I can have some, seriously, I can have someone to talk to you. Green space is very important.
Green and blue space.
Green space is very important. When we go in our backyard, most African Americans have high blood pressure and diabetes. But when we go in our backyard, we can sit on the lake, fish on the lake, invite our family members over so that they can fish and enjoy parties on the lake. Guess what? That lowers our high blood pressure.
Have you been to the park lake right now? You can't even go in, it's locked, okay?
No, I'm talking about the lake in the back of our house. I'm talking
But not the community. The community is not benefiting.
No.
It's only the, just so I can have, just so.
Just so.
There's something, there's one other thing I want to say. Excuse me, Kareem, you talked about your father owning a construction company. And so you're following your father's footsteps. Guess what? Your father is passing on generational wealth. He has passed on generational wealth.
No, I've
That
invested
is the
as well.
same.
Mr. Johnson knows I've mortgaged.
As I said, I'm just giving you information. I'm just giving you information. Your father has passed on generational wealth to you.
No, that's not true. I'm telling you, that's not true.
So this is our property, the property that you want to, come in and reduce the property value on our properties. We're not gonna have that same generational wealth passed on to our children.
Our children need it.
You're gonna have more.
You're
Trust
not,
me.
you're not.
That's
we're- So I want you to understand, that you can't just have an option.
There's nothing how I can prove. I can only show presidents. I can show presidents.
Yeah, so-
No, I can show presidents where budgets like this have been done.
You don't know if you're gonna go bankrupt in the
The
future,
revenue.
so how can you tell us?
Only
that
God-
you can
only God
guarantee
knows.
us? You can't guarantee us that it's gonna happen. That's
Okay,
why
listen.
you don't say you guarantee us, 'cause you
No, no,
cannot.
of course not.
Thank you everyone for coming out.
Thank you.
Thank you.
We're gonna meet, we're gonna remember, we still have a commissioner meeting to go to, so thank you all for coming out, presenting. Thank you all for showing up, giving your concerns, and we will continue this process, okay? The meeting is adjourned for this evening.
Okay, thank you.
Until next time.
Tomorrow we can do it. So you tell me I did you, right? But if she says no, then we can do it. If she says no, then we can do it, right? We're good.
We would not.
Just get over there, Vanessa. Get over
We
there,
would not,
Vanessa.
don't do that, that's disrespectful.
That's all right.
Oh, we're gonna talk, man, we're gonna talk.
900.
My parents were not racist. Seriously. My parents were not racist.
He's passionate.
You go, Daddy.
No, he didn't, he never used those kind of words. He never used those words. Not to me. Hey, baby. I don't think you're a racist person. I
I lived with her for 12 years, but I don't know if I put my name on that. How my address don't fit in. If they start here, they're trying to gentrify our neighborhood. That's what they do. They're trying to gentrify the area so we don't have to vote. They trying to do this on a going down the line. And it's just the beginning. And then we got the control within our open business, in our commissions. That's the problem. And our commissions not doing their job because they rezone to get the other people to be able to come in. They don't even understand. They setting up themselves for failure. When they break up the 33127, it's not gonna be space for our commissions here because they'll have all the Hispanics in there, but we forget Hispanics. We're not gonna have no secret. We don't see it. It's paying attention right today. About you guys are central, and we're not seeing it. At my first meeting, at my
We're not gonna be able to hear all the children to play.
Is that it? How you I mean,
Ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen, ladies and gentlemen.